Movie review number 1444 is Light of the World. Light of the World is a 2025 movie that is directed by Tom Bancroft and John J. Schaefer. So this movie has Salvation Poem Project, and I saw this movie on September 12th, 2025 at Kenwood Theatre in Kenwood, Ohio. So this is an animated movie about the life of Jesus. However, unlike other movies that basically tell the story of Jesus, this movie is like a lens through the eyes of one of the apostles, John. But John is a kid in this film. So anyway, this movie takes place in AD 30, and everyone is expectantly awaiting the coming Messiah. While Jesus isn't exactly what they imagine, there is something special about this man that makes John, James, Andrew, Peter, and other new friends who begin to follow Jesus on an unexpected adventure. This is a 2D animated story of Jesus that is told through the eyes of his beloved young friend, the Apostle John. From the beginning of Jesus' ministry through his crucifixion and resurrection, this movie illustrates how the Jesus of Nazareth changed the world forever and still changes lives today. Wow. So, you know how Jesus has many apostles, like John, James, Peter, Andrew, and so much more? Well, this movie takes place through the eyes of John. He is just a kid in this film, and he hears talks about the Messiah, and he wants to know who he is. Well, he finds Jesus, who is this Messiah, and John sees how Jesus has impacted the world by helping people, giving them food, wine, and maybe healing. And John really wants to be a part of his group of apostles. However, what John doesn't realize at first that Jesus knows that at some point he is going to die. Now, I will say this. This is a PG rated film, but it does show Jesus being crucified on the cross, but it also shows his resurrection. So, just so you know, there are some sad scenes in this film, but I kind of knew that to begin with because I saw other movies like The Passion of the Christ, Risen, that kind of dealt with Jesus' crucifixion and resurrection. But I really like how the animators really did this film. It also reminded me of the other film that I saw this year, The King of Kings, where a kid got to see Jesus from his eyes. But this time it's from one of the apostles, John. It's a really good movie, guys. Really good. And I like how it's 2D animated. And I believe it's from the same animators who did The Lion King. Wow. Pretty neat. So this movie is an animated film that has actors like Hanlon voicing Jesus, Benjamin Jacobson voicing John, Vincent Taunt voicing Andrew, Michael Benlio portrays Nicodemus, David Kai portrays Judas Escrowarat, Sarah Morgana portrays Mary Magdalene or Mags, Peter New portrays Perosi, Richard Newman voices a fishmonger, Rebecca Schaefer portrays Mother Mary, Sam Darkoff for voicing Peter, while Elias Leacock voicing a young Peter, Colin Murdoch portrays Lucius, Jesse Inokawa portrays the Baptizer, Aaron Matthews voicing Salome, David Paratellet portrays Zebedee, Bill Newton voicing Simon, Mark Orford voicing Pontius Peretti, Adam Newalder portrays Cyril Paris, Dylan Reynolds portrays James, Joshua Bragg voicing a young James, and Adam Kosnick portraying Matthew. I have never heard of Salvation Poem Project before this movie, and it'd be very interesting to see what other movies they produce. But yeah, this movie is a really good movie, and it's PG rated, so it's a movie for the kids and for family. And it talks about how Jesus of Nazareth not only impacted John and the rest of the apostles, but also the people around them, not only from AD 30, but also today. Now, a lot of movies, Christian and religious movies, have some sort of message at the end. This one does too, but you might be surprised on what the message has in store. It was like, I never really thought of it like that before. But anyway, go check this movie out, guys. It's really good. So that's my movie review of Light of the World. Please enjoy from this movie review. Alright, goodbye.